Right, we're going to make a model today. So we're going to make a model of this design which you drew last lesson, and for that I've got some cardboard from a cereal packet, and you'll need something a little bit different in colour. So I've got some post-it notes. I'm going to use the little bit of yellow from the post-it notes to create a model of this. The model is going to be about that sort of size. Because it's a model and the cardboard, although it's relatively thin, has actually got some thickness, we don't need to draw with any thickness today. Take a pencil to start with and draw the outline shape. So I'm going to draw the green shape on my piece of cardboard. You're reminded that it's not going to be a perfect copy, but it'll be a reasonable representation. So I can put the hole in the top and I put the outline on there, but I don't need to put any of the brown shapes. I then need to cut that out. When you cut the shape out, it's much easier to put it in the corner of the cardboard and cut the cardboard out to start with. You can then give that a reasonable trim and cut off most of the excess that we don't need, because that will help you when it comes to cutting out. You then cut out the difficult bits first. So I would cut out the bottom bit, and I'm not going to cut into around that corner. I'm going to cut into it from the other side like that. And then I'm going to cut the curve and the other curve. And then the long, easy sections are usually the last ones to be done. So I've got my shape. You can see my shape is not a bad copy of my green shape that's on the model. I'm then going to use my post-it note to cut out the other shape. So I'm going to need one of my post-it notes, and again on there I'm going to draw my little triangular shape. I'm going to draw my funny rhombus parallelogram type shape, and I'm going to draw my pork pie shape. And again, I'm then going to use my scissors to cut them out. So I'm going to cut off the worst of it first, and then I'm going to cut out. And because I don't want the pencil marks to show, I'm going to turn my shape over so that I actually get the shape without the pencil marks on the other side. So I'm cutting just outside the pencil marks. Right. Then you'll need a glue stick. And again, if you open the glue stick up and you just put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the shape, you can then stick your model . Then got a model which looks very similar to that. The only other thing you could do, if you've got one, you can use a hole punch. If you take the bottom of the hole punch off so you can see the hole, you can then put your product into the hole punch until you see the hole here. And then when you do, you can punch that hole out, and that will put a nice hole into it nicely. You've then got a model of your product. You've actually card modelled that. And I'd like you to write down underneath your card model 2 reasons why someone might make a model in order to be able to show someone else that design rather than the picture. And we'll talk about that next time.